You drive a lifted truck.
I resent that.
Flannels.
Oh, what are you saying to me right now? What are you saying to me?
And
are you saying I look butch? What's going on?
What are you even saying to me right now?
Now you might make me cry, because I am about to start my period. I'm very fragile.
She's very fragile.
I'm very fragile.
Oh, I'm very out of breath.
Oh, God, all my bones and muscles hurt. This is what 32 is like, y'all. Shoulder hurts for no fucking reason.
I'm 35.
Closer to 40 than 20.
Shut
That's
up!
what I say to Matt all the time. He's like, we're in our early 30s. And I'm like, not you. Ah, nerd.
I'm having a geriatric pregnancy right now.
Isn't that wild?
Oh, no.
I wasn't going to say it. I just feel like that's insulting. I wish they would come up with another term for it.
Honestly, I still feel like a kid, and I'm going to get in trouble.
For being pregnant?
Yeah.
You're scared to tell your parents?
Scared to, admit it to people.
Why?
I don't know.
Because
I'm just a little kid.
You're too young. I'm just a baby. That would be a problem. Hold on. Hopefully nobody can hear all the fucking sirens.
Relatives in the hood.
There's nothing around me. It's all day, Tamara. It's becoming the hood. You know why?
Do you live by a
Everybody
hospital?
from Miami is moving up here.
Do you live by a hospital or a fire station?
It's fucking 6 miles away. I don't know where the fire station is. What do I look like? A yellow book? A yellow page? What's that thing? That was the oldest thing I've
What do
ever
I look
said.
like? Golden books? What the fuck's going on? Is there a terrorist abduction?
What?
I don't know.
Who are they abducting? My dog?
I have to pee so bad.
Oh my god, Tamara, there's a hawk in my yard.
Better fatten up them pups.
I actually got so panicked. I went and picked both of them up. I had one in each arm, and I was trying to scare the hawk away. And then I got scared because I watched that one show where they're like owls can scratch your face off and shit. And I thought maybe a hawk could do the same thing. So then I spent half an hour Googling how much a hawk can carry. Because both my dogs are 10 pounds.
I'm just imagining driving down the highway and seeing a hawk holding a Yorkie. And the Yorkie
With a fucking sweater on.
Yeah.
And he's just, I know exactly what he would fucking do. He's going to do this. He's going to do the same thing he does when I pick him up. He's going to swim. Oh, now I'm crying. Enjoy my runny nose for the rest of the episode. Oh, Murphy, you're just a sweet, handsome boy who might be dead. Are you okay? No, he's breathing. We're good.
Okay. Good.
Sometimes he gets so still, and I'm like, is this it? He's 10. He's getting old. He's 70.
It's very old.
Hey, don't rub it in. You're 35.
Huh?
That's how old she is. Wait, how? 7 years in dog years. She's 3. Oh, she's 21. She's just going through her fun stage. No wonder she's such a bitch.
Yeah.
God, I was awful at 21.
Want to hear my embarrassing story today?
Sure.
Oh, wait.
Did you already tell it?
No. I'm Tamara.
Oh. I'm Rel.
And this is Fearful Friends Podcast.
Sultry.
Thank you. Weirdo.
All right. Tell me your fucking story. You're a weirdo.
Today at work, this guy walked up to me and he's like, "Where do I know you from?" And I was like,
Here?
That's usually my answer, here or Winn-Dixie. I don't know. So I was just like, I don't know. So stupid. And he's like, no, I know you from somewhere. Where did you grow up? And I was like, here.
That's creepy. They're just trying to know things about you.
But he was like, I could definitely tell he was my age. And he just ew.
Ew. Is
whatever.
He an ex or something?
And So he was
Did I already
like,
guess the ending?
pretty close. He's like, what school did you go to?
Ugh.
And I'm like, well, I
Don't say it.
didn't go to fucking college. So I told him my high school, and he's like, that's where I know you from. And I'm like, oh, you probably know my husband. And so I tell him my husband's name. He's like, yeah. So he knows me. He starts asking about my like sister-in-law, and I'm like, okay, so I have no idea who this guy is. Like,
He knows everything about you and your husband and his sister-in-law, but you're like,
They're like, everyone's great. Thanks for asking. And I never asked him about himself because that's just how I am. Because I'm so bad about that.
I'm the same way. I just get overwhelmed with like everything that I'm just like, hey, I want to end this interaction now and walk away.
And so I was like, wow, my husband actually had friends. That's so weird. I was like, you should, call him so he can get out of the house once in a while.
That would be good.
And he's like, yeah, I'm going to do that. And I'm like, all right, cool. So I go to lunch.
And then he follows you and says, you didn't give me his phone number.
I go to lunch and I tell my husband, I'm like, so-and-so said hi. I have a horrible memory, but he knew me and you and your sister. And my husband's like, oh, well, he's so-and-so's friend, my ex-boyfriend.
Ew.
And I was like, gross. And now I've like basically invited this guy to like
into your life,
come and hang out with my husband, and like,
and this guy is best friends with a guy you once fucked.
It's very, very awkward.
Yeah, that's weird.
Also, I'm like, yeah, no, I totally don't remember your face at all. Sorry. I'm so bad about that.
Who cares? It's fucking high school.
Tamara,
tell the class how many years it's been since you graduated high school. Don't be ashamed. I'll say it right now. 14 for me.
17?
Yeah. How the fuck are you supposed to remember any of those bozos' faces when they weren't even done filling out?
I just feel bad when they remember me. Like, my real estate agent, she like...
You have a real estate agent?
The one that helped me find my house.
Your apartment?
It's a house.
I mean, it's a house, but you're renting it.
Yes, I am.
Okay.
Via the real estate agent.
That's weird. No, I guess it's not weird. I guess my dad helps me find all my places. He's a real estate agent. Sorry, I judged you.
So, her life was like just so identical. Like, her and I grew up in the same neighborhood, and like her husband and my husband grew up in the same neighborhood.
Is she a really good salesperson and knows to mirror to get a better sale?
Well, I was like thinking that because I was like, so she's like telling me, she's like, the same thing. Like, they met and now they live in our neighborhood, and it's like
6-year-old daughter named Emily.
And I'm like, like, that's so weird. And I'm like, I don't remember either of you. And we definitely went to school together. And then I look in the yearbook, and there they are.
Ooh, awkward. You still have a yearbook?
Yeah, I've got two of the same yearbook.
Whose did you steal?
Well, mine and my husband's.
Oh.
Yes.
Ugh. I don't have any yearbooks. I don't even have my yearbooks from elementary school.
I have
Those were very cherished.
A really nice photo album of my husband and his high school girlfriend's prom, which is so fucking weird.
That is weird.
Like, why do we keep it? Why?
Maybe he thought he looked snazzy.
Whatever. I like to show it to our daughter.
Oh, and be like, this is what I used to look like, kids.
That's a really good idea.
Don't get it twisted. We've been together since day one.
I used to be a blonde.
You could never pull off blonde. You're too fair-skinned.
I know. I would never try.
Don't ever.
I would never try.
I am just so outraged about that. Sorry. How dare you?
I do have a blonde wig if you want me to give it a try.
When did you wear a blonde wig?
I don't know where I got it. But I put it on my dog. And my dogter. My dogter.
My dogter. She is your dogter. Also, I just gotta say, I'm not the only one in the universe that talks about their dogs as if they came out of their own womb. I found an Instagram page that also has people talk about how they gave birth to their own dogs.
Your dog licked the blanket on the table that whole entire last episode we just recorded.
She
So I
likes
hope you're
to-
proud of it.
She likes to taste our epithelial cells.
Just disgusting.
Murphy fucking goes into the kitchen on the rug and he will literally lay there for hours and suckle on the rug like it's his mother's teeth because he likes the way my feet smell. Matt's just, I told Matt, I was just like, that's why he does it. It's a comfort thing. Like, dogs lick things when they have anxiety or just when they want to feel comforted. And he's like, well, why do they do it? And I'm like, because it has our smell on it. Like, we walk around on this rug with our bare feet. We spend a lot of time in the kitchen. We're always on that rug with our bare feet. And he goes, not me. I always wear socks in the house. And I'm like, well, he just likes the smell of my feet then.
I'm his mommy.
He better like it. He came out of my uterus.
It reminds him of his first home.
I don't know what I'm going to do when one of them dies.
You'll be alright.
I don't think I will be.
You'll be fine.
I don't think I will be, Tamara. I really don't.
You'll
Did
be
you
okay.
see how much I cried when I had to go with my parents to put their cat down?
No.
Who I didn't like very much. I cried so much. I'm crying now.
You'll be
I don't want to
alright.
think about it.
You'll be
I
alright.
don't wanna think about it. Let's change the subject.
Last night, I was just about to fall asleep, and my dog comes in and lays on our bed, and I hear this, like, squeaking noise.
Does she have a toy?
She had
She
something
doesn't
in
do
her mouth. She
toys.
doesn't like squeaky toys. But she had something in her mouth,
God.
and it was, like,
Was it an animal?
it was, like, rubbing and squeaking. And I was like,
Oh, no.
you bitch, what do you have?
No.
And so I turned my flashlight on just enough to see something like bouncing off of her bed and under my bed. And I'm like, and I didn't have my glasses on, of course.
Ugh. You people and your blind eyes. Why don't you get some LASIK?
Because it's like $2,000 fucking dollars, okay?
Use your HSA. Can't cover tampons. It might as well cover something.
That's a good idea, actually. And I'm like freaking out. I'm like, if this bitch brought a frog into my room,
Oh, God.
and like she's too scared to like go in the backyard, but for some reason she picked up a frog, I'm like, what am I gonna do? So I bravely got down on my hands and knees.
While pregnant, I would have woken my fucking husband up.
He was
Although
somewhere
Matt
else.
wouldn't have
I
gotten
was
up anyway.
alone. I don't know. And try to look underneath my bed with the flashlight, but I can't get my head down close enough. So I lay my head on the ground so I can see all the way underneath my bed. And I put my head in something wet.
Is it pee?
I don't know what the fuck it was,
Was
but
it
it was
frog
fucking
pee?
disgusting. I didn't see anything under my bed. So I
so traumatized.
went to the other side of the bed and looked under there, and I saw an eyeball.
From? What the fuck, Tamara?
It's not a real eyeball. It's either candy or a bouncy ball or something. 'Cause
Oh, you know what? If it was squeaky, it was probably a bouncy ball.
that's what I was
That's a
thinking.
fucking choke hazard.
Why
Keep that away from your dog.
am my child?
Well, she's 6. She's old enough
So
to not put
it
that in her
did,
mouth,
like-
right?
It did bounce. Whatever it was, like looked like it was hopping under my bed. So it must have just been a bouncy ball. Oh my god, it was so disgusting. What is wrong with dogs?
What is that wet thing?
I guess it was in her mouth.
Oh, is she a drooler?
I don't know.
Wow. What is wrong with dogs? Well, we love them so much, don't we?
Anyway, crazy.
Crazy motherfucker.
Oh, I forgot. This week is my story.
Yeah, it is. I just want to show you this picture of a plant really quick. I want to get your opinion on air. Just what feelings does this evoke in you? My manager dropped this plant off at my desk, and I don't know how to feel about it. All right, are you ready? Ready.
Mania?
It looks like tarantula legs, doesn't it?
I think you need to throw it away.
No, it's on my desk at work. I was brave today, and I touched it for the first time. I don't know what it is.
You need to
Is that
get rid of it.
normal?
No.
No.
It looks like about 45 hairy caterpillars that are like a foot long.
Yeah. They're like crawling out of the plant. I don't know what it is. But it's part of the plant. It's like part of the plant.
No. No, that's dark-sided, Rel.
You can't say it without saying the accent. I don't even have TikTok and I know the accent. It's dark-sided.
That gives me angst. Discombobulation. Vertigo.
Whoa.
Frenzy. Those are
Frenzy.
the feelings it gives me.
Frenzy.
Yeah.
All right. Let's hit it, bitch.
Okay.
My husband is still down south.
Is that a euphemism? Because that's disgusting, Ariel.
Ew. You'd know if he was down south right now. I'd be like, stop.
Fuck off. Nobody has time for that. All right. Are you ready?
Yeah.
My story this
My
week.
report this week is on Mount Rushmore.
Thanks. It is. No, just
Are you
kidding.
I was like, is it haunted? Also, where is Mount Rushmore? Can anyone fucking tell me?
No. Milwaukee?
I feel like it was such an integral part. Integral? Is that a word? It was such a part of our childhoods. Like, we saw it everywhere, and no one that I've asked can tell me where it is. Don't Google it.
No,
I don't fucking
no,
care.
now I need to know. I feel like it starts with something with an M.
Montana?
South Dakota. God damn
Wow.
it, Tamara.
Why would that be in fucking South Dakota? It's probably the only thing in South Dakota.
Excuse me, we have a lot of listeners from South Dakota.
Do we have a single one? If you're from South Dakota, write us. fearfulfriendspodcast@gmail.com. I want to hear from you.
And
What do
let
you
us
do for a
know.
living? Is it nice there?
Is
What's
it cold?
What's the cost of living like?
Can we come? Is Mount Rushmore haunted?
Let's go. She's farting.
No, I was breathing. God. My story, dun dun dun, is on Laurel Grove,
Oh, I've never heard of this.
aka Myrtles Plantation.
Sounding more familiar now.
Yeah.
Slightly more. Where is this based out of? Are you going to tell me?
Yep.
I'm going to stop asking questions.
Yep.
Sorry. Sorry. I'm in it for the long haul, Tamara.
No, you're not. So
Who got murdered?
I'm gonna start by saying the haunting.
I'm so sorry. Okay, go.
I'm gonna start by saying that the hauntings and ghosts.
I'm so sorry. I'm in a weird place today. I don't even realize I'm doing it. It's like every time you started talking, I was like,
Oh, okay. I'm gonna shut off your mic.
take 4.
Okay. I'm gonna start this sentence for the third time. I'm gonna start by saying that the hauntings and ghost stories are just legends and made up.
I feel like everyone knows that.
Since you're gonna ask me 11 times, is this real?
Well, then maybe don't start a story by saying, this is real. You know, I asked you all that because you were like, this is real. It's a real place. You can go there. And I wanted to go to that haunted house.
Okay, so this is a real place, and you can go there.
Now I'm going to keep asking you, was it real? All right.
You've heard of this place, I promise.
Is it in South Carolina?
No. So, this place is fucking scary.
Rule number 1.
It is known as one of the most haunted places in America.
Rule number 2.
Aren't they all? Don't they all say it?
Honestly,
they all say it.
Literally.
So, this is a plantation located in St. Francisville, Louisiana.
Oh, I never would have guessed that.
About 2-ish hours away from New Orleans.
About 2-ish.
Yeah. Well, you know, it was like almost 2.
Okay.
You know, so like just like gorgeous, like
It is beautiful there with all the Spanish moss and the trees.
yes,
Ugh,
like
swampy vibes.
you know the movie Skeleton Key?
Oh yes,
That's what I'm picturing.
yeah, that sounds rad.
Ugh,
Is that what the house is based off of?
no,
Oh.
but
That'd be
anytime
really
I
cool,
think
though.
of like a plantation in like southern
Literally
Louisiana.
any plantation in the South.
Yeah, I think of like the hoodoo, like when she goes to New Orleans and then she's like driving her cute little car down those like crazy roads, and it's just, she pulls up to this beautiful plantation, only beautiful because of all the,
because of all
stop.
Yeah.
So
I was gonna say it too.
Oh, I get into it, don't worry. Pretty
Oh,
much
wonderful. All the racism. Great.
So like most plantations, the history surrounding the grounds is depressing, tragic, and scary enough to be part of our podcast. Like there's enough true crime there.
It meets the criteria.
Before I even bring up like all the paranormal and ghostly shit that goes on now, with all the human suffering experienced at the Myrtles Plantation, it's not surprising that weird shit happens now. Noises, uncleanable bloodstains, and pictures with ghostly apparitions are some of the reasons why this house has built a reputation. Not to mention, the plantation is said to be the scene of at least 10 murders.
I have a question.
She has her hand up. Yes, ma'am.
You said pictures with apparitions. Is that, like moving pictures like in Harry Potter? Or is it somebody taking a picture and they see a ghost in the picture?
Yes, that one.
Okay, I just wanted to be clear that the pictures weren't fucking moving.
And when I said uncleanable bloodstains, that was a real hard word for me. I was like,
uncleanable?
Uncleanable's not even a word.
Is that a word?
No, I don't know.
Okay.
Bloodstains that will not be cleaned.
There you go.
Cannot be cleaned. So.
We got you. We're here for it.
Well, do you know what the...
Is this trivia? I love trivia.
Do you know what the Whiskey Rebellion was?
Oh, are we doing this story? Wow. No, I don't. And I literally didn't Google it after you told it to me like 40 times.
Me either.
I did not realize the Whiskey Rebellion had anything to do with Louisiana. I figured it would have been more like Kentucky.
It did. So, history, it's just like one of those areas where I can't.
Not our strong suit.
Listen, I am so jaded by the most boring history teachers on the place. Nope. Place?
Face of the planet.
Planet?
We got you.
Whatever she just said. The place of the earth.
It's just like with history, like some people are sponges and they just absorb all of the information. We are rocks.
Like,
just bounces right off of us.
I had a history teacher that was like the teacher from Ferris Bueller's Day Off. That's how he taught us, and it was so incredibly boring that I could just like, I was like, from that moment on, I hate history because this is boring. History is boring. He ruined it for me. His name was Mr. Watson, and he is boring.
Oh, you name dropped a teacher.
Whatever. I mean, the Whiskey Rebellion was 1791 through 1794. Back when the USA was a little itty teeny baby. Like, we only had like 3.5 states back then.
Yeah.
Like,
and they were all super racist and awful.
Yes. The United States wasn't even old enough to drink the whiskey.
Wow. Did you write that joke yourself?
I didn't even write it. I just came up with it.
Wow. Look at you.
I have to joke to get through this.
Why is it awful?
No.
Okay.
It's just history and it's hard. And I can't breathe a lot.
It's history. It's hard. I can't breathe.
So basically, whiskey was one of the first domestic products to be taxed. And there was a violent rebellion against the taxation.
I feel that.
Yeah. One of those men was General David Bradford. He was known as
Sounds familiar.
Yes, he's a famous general.
Is he like a poet?
No.
Oh, sorry.
He's a general.
Yeah, you said
General
that.
Bradford.
God. I hope history buffs listen to this podcast just to listen how fucking stupid we are.
Is he a poet?
Why does this... Okay, alright, sorry. I'll stop. Dr. General Bradford. I mean, sorry. Go on. Jesus fucking Christ.
He was a rebel leader from Pennsylvania who, in 1794, led a militia of over 5,000 men to fight and protest this whiskey tax.
Just men? Rude.
I'm assuming, because women are, like, smart.
They're, like, washing dishes.
No, they're smart.
Making sandwiches.
Like,
No, back then they wouldn't let women do anything.
They were still smarter.
Breeders.
Yeah.
No, they're fucking smarter, but, like...
So, Anyway. Sorry. So, to refresh. He's leading a militia in Pennsylvania in 1794. Okay? George Washington, not the poet, the president.
Old wood teeth. That's all I retain. He liked apples.
He called in the troops to fight the rebels and end this rebellion. It was a mess, and the militia had to flee to save their lives and avoid prosecution. So, General...
Sorry. Every time somebody says the word prostitute... Every time! I just immediately think of prostitution.
Wow, I never thought of that, but forever now I will.
Yep. Makes things interesting.
So, Jennifer...
Jennifer!
I have to go pee.
Okay, we need a break. Maybe we shouldn't do 2 episodes in a row. I think we've lost our steam. Let's go. We left off with
back.
Jennifer.
Yeah. That really got me.
She almost peed on my couch.
General David Bradford fled to the south, out of the United States, and into the Spanish colonies, and into what would become Louisiana, after the Louisiana Purchase.
Wow.
Does it feel like history class yet?
Don't ask us anything about the Louisiana Purchase.
That's when we purchased Louisiana.
Also, I didn't know that Louisiana was part of the Spanish colonies because so much of the state is, like, French.
There's Spanish moss. Where do you think that came from? Spain?
Fuck.
Yeah.
You're so right.
Yep.
Cool.
So, General Bradford obtained 650 acres of land from a Spanish land grant.
I'm sorry. I'm fucking listening. Do you want me to ask you what a Spanish land grant is? I know better than that, Tamara. Every time I ask you a question, you go, I don't know. I didn't Google it.
I just thought that maybe you would have a reaction to this man being given 650 acres of land. And
I thought you said he bought it.
He obtained 650 acres of land from
that
a
doesn't mean he got it for free.
Land grant. No, he did. It's a grant.
Oh.
You're over there looking at your nails, yawning when I look over at you.
I have a bendy fingernail.
History class is hard. I know.
Hate history.
I know.
Let's get to the ghost. This is going to be a fun one.
This property is where he built the original Myrtles Plantation, which at the time he named Laurel.
Myrtle Plantation. So sorry, take that out. I meant to say murder plantation. And then I just said Myrtle Plantation. You're like, it's already named that.
I'm leaving it in. He named it Laurel Grove.
That reminds me of I don't know, whenever
A
something's
Sublime
named
song?
Grove, I'm thinking like Bohemian Grove. Wild.
I think Orange Grove or Garden Grove.
Oh, you're so fucking innocent. You're adorable.
Well, how is that different from a Bohemian Grove? I don't even know what that means.
Bohemian Grove is a satanic place where high-level members of government go to fuck little boys. Get on my level, Tamara.
No. Don't make satanic people sound bad.
I'm not saying it's like real.
Okay.
It might be. I don't know.
All
There's
right.
a lot of proof.
Anyway, he built this house, a plantation. Okay. So John Adams eventually pardoned the rebels.
John Adams, the president?
Yep.
Wow.
George Washington, John Adams, Thomas Jefferson.
That's
James
wild that they
Monroe.
all knew each other. That is something that's very interesting. I'm sorry. What? Okay, go on.
I thought I was bad at history. They knew each other?
This is wild. They're all in the same place?
Yeah.
I mean, I guess they only had 3 states, but shit.
All right. Okay. So John Adams pardoned the rebels, and David was able to move his wife, Elizabeth, and their 5 kids down to Laurel Grove,
Ooh, 5 kids.
where they had 5 more kids. So
Wow.
we're all just going to take a moment of silence
For that poor woman who had to take care of those 10 kids.
for Elizabeth's snatch.
And her fucking sanity.
I know.
God.
God.
Because you know that man wasn't around. Jennifer was not around.
Like, I'm ready to be put into, like, a medically induced coma, and I'm not even halfway through my 2nd pregnancy.
God, no. You've got literally 6 months left.
Yeah.
Right? You're barely through the first
6
trimester.
months.
What have you learned here? I'm bad at math, okay?
I'm bad. I only have 4 months-ish left.
I'm only 2 months off. Sue me.
You know what? Today, some guy would not let one of my other tellers help him, so he waited in line behind people I was helping
For you?
for me to help him
he
because
likes you.
no, because he didn't want to show his ID when he was getting $3,800 out of the fucking bank. He was too pissed off. So I told him, well, I'm going on leave in March.
Yeah, what are you going
So
to do?
you're going to have to let them help. And you know what he did? He says, how long are you going on leave for? And I said, 4 months. And he said, that's too long for you. And like, I was like, could you imagine telling someone that you had to take a 4-month leave, and instead of saying, oh my God, are you okay? Saying, that's too long.
Yeah, that's wild. Also, your maternity leave is 4 months?
Yes.
Holy hell, that's like half a year.
It's not, but I
A
wish.
third of a year.
Yeah.
That's wild. Good for you. Good for
Thank
you.
you. Thank you.
I'll have to come
Could you
visit
imagine, like, oh, I have to take a 4-month leave from work.
Yeah. Not want to. Have to. You bitch. Not you.
I mean, like, I
That
want
man.
to.
I mean, I know you want to, but it's not like it's going to be a fucking vacation.
No.
Screaming babies and
Anyway.
animals running around everywhere. Oh, and it's coming in May, which means they're going to be on summer vacation.
March.
Why did I think May?
I don't know.
Well, that explains why I thought it was 6 months, so I was right. Oh my God, Tamara, in my own special way, I was right. Even though I was wrong.
Own wrong way, you were a little correct. David did not get to enjoy his beautiful home for very long. I mean, like, long enough to have 4 children there, but
5.
5 children. It says 5 there, right? So sorry, everyone. He passed away from yellow fever in 1808.
I thought it was going to be from, like, empty balls. Dunno.
So after he died, the land was given to his son-in-law, Judge Clark Woodruff, who had married David's daughter, Sarah. Don't ask me why the house didn't go to David's wife, Elizabeth. I don't fucking know.
Right, where did
or,
she go?
The rest of the kids. She
just
was still there, but she just wasn't
they
given the
moved
house.
in?
I don't know.
That's weird.
Whatever. Clark and Sarah had met when Clark was studying law under her father, David Bradford. David would house the law students he taught at Laurel Grove. It is said that Clark and Sarah fell in love spending time under the crepe myrtle trees on the plantation.
Filled with spiders.
Yeah, exactly. Which is how the plantation got its nickname, which was eventually changed to Myrtles Plantation.
Cute.
Yeah. Picture it. It's beautiful. There's humidity. We love it.
I kind of hate humidity, but yeah, it's some people's cup of tea. It's not mine.
No.
All these fucking old geezers that move here, they fucking love it. They eat that shit up.
I love to complain about it, but whatever. Sarah and Clark had 3 kids and grew the plantation. Clark owned many slaves and expanded the fields and crops. Just imagine, it's 650 acres.
Wild.
In 1823, Sarah and 2 of their children also passed away from yellow fever.
Yikes.
Clark was a shithead, though, so don't feel bad for him.
I wasn't feeling bad for him because you already said he had owned a billion slaves.
While Sarah was still alive, he had forced himself onto many of the women who were forced to work for him. One of these women, no, not women, teenagers, was named Chloe. She worked inside the house.
Oh, I hope she haunts that fucking place.
Which is ideal compared to the horrific task of being out in the fields in the southern heat, working to the literal bone.
Do you know what they were growing?
I read it and didn't continue to keep it in my brain.
Okay. Well, just like certain crops are like fucking awful. Like sugar, it's so disgustingly hard to like harvest sugar by hand that it like the only people that would harvest it were slaves because they had to.
Yeah.
It cuts you. It's sticky. You can't get it off your fucking hands, and the smell makes you nauseous.
I know they did have indigo, but I don't know what the other stuff was. Chloe had no choice in the matter when it came to the abuse by Clark. Ugh. He was obviously violent and had his way with her, but she was also scared to be put to work in the fields, or worse, abused, killed, or watch her loved ones be harmed by this man.
Right, yeah.
Chloe was afraid she would be caught by Sarah and was listening into a conversation to see if Sarah knew anything when Clark caught her eavesdropping.
Oh, God.
So he cut off her motherfucking ear.
What the fuck?
Yeah. She's a teenager.
Gross.
Yeah. So
that's
Chloe,
all I got to say.
Who was embarrassed by her appearance now, would always wear a headscarf to cover the mutilation. Legends say that out of anger, one night, Chloe decided to poison the family's dinner, and Sarah and 2 of their children ended up dead 2 days later.
What about Clark?
No. And the other slaves were terrified that Clark would see them as an accomplice and retaliate against them. So to show him that they were not involved, they dragged Chloe out of her bed one night and hung her from a tree.
Oh my God, what the fuck?
However, this is just a legend. As we know...
Is this real?
Sarah and her 2 of her children passed away from yellow fever. And not all, like, at the same night. So...
oh, I see.
Yeah. So that's just, like, part of the legend. So they're saying
that, like, it wasn't actually yellow fever. It was poisoning.
I just think that, like, a legend came from it because, like, there was tragedy.
Yeah.
So.
Sorry, did you hear my throat? That was me.
Oh, I thought that was your dog. I was like, uh-oh.
No, that was me.
But there is a Chloe that was a slave on the plantation. This is true.
It's weird to think that the name Chloe existed back then. I feel like that's such a like 90s name. I don't know.
Yeah.
Or 2000s.
Kardashians.
I hate that you said that. Now I hate that name.
Get out of here. It's Chloe with a C. But that's like the most common story that you're going to hear from the plantation. Even now, like when you visit to like go tour, they're going to tell you this story. You can even like stay there.
Ooh, like a bed and breakfast? Will they feed me? Fuck yeah, dude. Fuck yeah.
They will feed you by hand.
Ooh. But not like the slaves, right?
No, there's no slaves there anymore.
Well,
remember?
I didn't know if they did like the fucking like period thing. I'm like, I don't want that.
Make it really realistic. Now you have yellow fever.
They give you a knife. You have to cut Chloe's ear off.
It's fake. Is it cake? Or is it real or is it cake? It's Chloe's ear. It's not funny.
No. Myrtle themed.
Okay. In January of 1834,
Just get through it.
In January of 1834, Clark sold the plantation to Ruffin Gray Sterling and his wife, Mary.
His name is fucking Ruffin?
Ruffin.
He sounds like a penguin.
Yeah. Guess how many kids they had?
18.
Half.
9?
9
Oh.
kids.
Yeah, aren't you happy that I got that right?
Yep. Did really well. This couple was fucking rich, though.
So they could handle that.
They spent all of the money and then some renovating the plantation into what it currently looks like now, which is really beautiful. They more than doubled the size of the house and gave it the official name of Myrtles Plantation.
Mm-hmm.
People theorized that the Sterlings were already experiencing the paranormal while renovating.
Ooh, yeah, because you can't fucking mess with the bones of the house, bro.
There's evidence in some of the ways they chose to build, like the locks were installed upside down, which is meant to confuse spirits. I don't know how, because you just like look at it and they're like, it's upside down.
Also, they're spirits. They don't have
just
fucking
walk through
keys.
the fucking door.
But you know what I bet you'll find in there? Paint blue.
Mm-hmm.
Was I right?
Probably.
Oh.
I guarantee if you look at a picture, they also chose stained glass doors with French crosses, which are used to protect against evil. So yeah, they were pissing off spirits with all the renovation, and they were having a hard time, so they added those protections in. Sure.
Which is wild.
Mr. Sterling passed away in 1854 from tuberculosis.
Suspicious.
The same year, the Sterling son was murdered in the home due to a gambling debt. After Ruffini, was that his name? Ruffin's death, Mary was left the home, which is odd for the time for a woman.
She was left the home, but Elizabeth wasn't?
Yeah.
What the fuck?
So yeah, she was given property, which, because like women are property, that's weird.
Maybe he actually liked her.
It's a joke. Only 4 of their kids made it to adulthood.
Oh,
the Sterlings had been known as one of the most affluent families around, but their fortune was all in Confederate currency, which was useless when the Confederates lost.
Oh, they switched currency? Oops. What?
They switched currency?
I didn't know they had a different currency. What they pay in teeth? Soda can tops?
One of Mary and Ruffin's daughters, Sarah, and her husband, William Winter, inherited the plantation, but due to all the family debt, now that their money was useless, the house was sold and changed hands many times. Somehow, miraculously, why would I type a word? I can't talk. I can't talk
Miraculously?
The house ended up back in their hands. In 1861, yellow fever strikes again, and Sarah's 3-year-old daughter was the one this time who contracted it.
She contracted it.
I'm stone cold sober right now.
Yeah.
I can't talk. They tried everything, and they were really desperate and contacted a voodoo priestess named Cleo.
Whoa, not Chloe?
Yeah, don't get them confused.
Did Cleo have an ear missing?
No, she did have an ear, though.
Okay.
She actually had 2.
Whoa.
So Cleo?
You're
Cleo.
the one looking at your fucking notes.
No, it's just
Cleo?
It felt weird. No. Cleo
like that name.
came and stayed at the house at Kate's side for days, doing rituals and trying everything to save her, but the little girl sadly passed away. William was unable to handle the loss of his daughter, and he took his grief out on Cleo.
What the fuck did she do?
He
was like, you didn't do
needed
enough.
Someone to hurt. So out of rage, he had her hanged.
What the fuck? He murdered her?
Is incredibly misguided and selfish.
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
But Cleo was a black woman, and the word of a white man saying that she had killed his daughter was all that was needed to end her life.
Did you say she was a voodoo priestess?
Uh-huh.
So weren't people gonna, like, fucking look for her? I mean, wasn't she important in her, like, church? What the fuck?
I know.
You don't fucking mess with a voodoo. That's how you get curses put on things.
I know.
Ugh.
10 years after Kate died, William was teaching Sunday school in the parlor of the plantation. Yeah, basically, a murderer was teaching Sunday school.
Yeah, isn't that funny how that works out?
Anyway. He heard someone arrive on horseback outside while he was giving his lesson, and they called out to him, like, William! Is probably what they said.
Did you like my echo effect?
Yeah, thank you.
We're too cheap to actually pay for the effect.
I couldn't be able to figure it out even if we had all the money in the world. When he walked outside, the person on the horse instantly shot him.
What the fuck?
Yep. He stumbled backwards on the porch, but was then able to make it back inside the front door and collapsed on the staircase, where he died in his wife's arms.
Okay, well, goodbye.
He's a murderer anyway.
Yeah.
No one was ever tried the murder, which is sad for his family, but also he was a slave owner and killed Cleo.
Yeah.
It's horrible.
I bet no one was fucking tried for her murder.
Also, this happened, like, right in front of a Sunday school class. Like, ugh.
Nah. Those kids have probably seen worse.
Yeah. The 1800s of it all. The plantation continued to change hands several times due to the Sterling family debt, aka being on the wrong side of history, and the fact that the plantation was so expensive and hard to manage. In 1891, Harris Milton Williams and his wife, what's her name? No, this guy gets 3. They purchased the plantation and moved in there with their son, their very young son, and then had 6 more children.
Wow, these guys are like fucking rabbits.
Seriously.
I bet the sex was so boring, too.
And smelly.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely.
God. The Williams were able to grow the plantation, but one day during a bad storm, one of the workers were trying to wrangle in cattle that had wandered away when he fell into the Mississippi River and drowned.
Oh, I thought he was going to get trampled.
No.
That's much scarier.
So to catch you up, this place has seen a lot of death. And I could continue to go on.
Thanks for the ketchup. Where's the mustard?
That was funny.
Thanks.
But I hear you asking me, where's the haunting, Tamara?
Where's the haunting?
There you go. So let's jump to the 1950s.
Wow, that's a huge jump.
Mm-hmm.
That's 100 years.
Yep.
I think.
I don't know. It's probably 50.
Nuh-uh. You said the 18-somethings.
1891.
Oh, yeah. Okay, so it's like 60 years. Math.
We're smart. The house had been passed down to generations of family members. This is around the time when the paranormal events started to be noticed. People were seeing and hearing things, but nothing terribly noteworthy until around the 70s, when the plantation was turned into a bed and breakfast.
Ooh.
This is when the spirit of a slave woman began making herself known. This spirit was believed to be Chloe, not to be confused with Cleo.
You're cooking the eggs wrong.
In the middle of the night, guests wake up and see a ghostly figure standing by the side of their bed, holding a candle, watching them sleep. These terrified guests have reported this to the employees, and by now it has become a well-known happening. Other guests have reported that they have fallen asleep either on top of the blankets or with no blankets, only to wake up in the morning have been securely tucked into bed.
Aw, that's nice.
Yeah.
God, I can't even get my husband to do that for me.
Yeah. But like Chloe, your girl's real sweaty at night, so like just go light on the blankets, okay?
And then she's like, What? Can't hear you. I only have one ear. Dun-dun.
The staff and owners know this to be Chloe because the reports from those who have witnessed the apparition have said she wore a green head wrap. The wrap worn to cover her severed ear. Chloe is actually the apparition that gives the Myrtle Plantation its reputation.
Wow.
One of the most famous photos of a ghost caught on film is a picture of what is believed to be Chloe standing between two of the buildings on the grounds. This picture was taken in 1992 by the owner of the plantation, who was taking pictures requested by the insurance company. And what's more scary than insurance?
Nothing.
So in the picture, you can clearly tell this is a woman in a head wrap, leaning against the house, looking almost maybe like she's trying to stay out of the sight of the picture.
Ew, I want to look it up, but I'll wait till after.
No, you can Google it. In the picture, she's not fully opaque, and you can see the house siding behind her, like through her. In 1995, a patent researcher visited the plantation to research the photo and concluded that the dimensions of the woman in the photo are correct for a real human.
Ew.
Some people believe that this woman in the photo is too old to be Chloe and is actually Cleo, who was much older when she was killed. But who can tell?
So,
Did you see the picture?
Yes. It's quite disturbing. It almost looks like a stone statue.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, but it is definitely see-through because you can see the lines of, like, the planking on the side of the house through the apparition.
Yeah.
Ew.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Yeah, so it's like one of the most famous.
Who the fuck spotted
Pictures.
that? It's wild.
The insurance company.
They were like, can you take another picture without that woman standing there?
We specifically said there's no people allowed in these photos. So in another story, the bed of the little girl, the one that Cleo was supposed to save from yellow fever, is still kept in the house and has been known to violently shake at random times.
Ew.
The shaking is so rough that there are now deep gouges in the hardwood floor under the bed.
Wow.
Yes.
So that's legit.
Yes. There's a second photo from this house that has become really infamous as well. It's a totally innocent picture of a teacher and her students on a field trip taken outside of the house. Because this is like a historical place where we go teach children about the Louisiana Purchase and slavery.
And the Whiskey Rebellion.
Yeah. Whiskey. In the background of this photo, in a window of the house, there is a young girl in antebellum era clothing staring at the class. It's a very clear, very convincing photo. The owners of the bed and breakfast called in Dave Young of Paladin Paranormal to look over the photo, and he says there's no evidence of tampering or any Photoshop or whatever technology he could find. So he sent it off to the Society of Cyclical Research. That's how you pronounce it.
Yeah.
I don't know. They found no evidence of interference or tampering with the photo either, or the original negatives. Now, these images have become synonymous with the plantation and are the first few pictures you see if you Google Myrtles Plantation ghost. You have to put ghost in there.
Ghost.
Because
Thank you.
The owners have worked very hard to get the bed and breakfast out.
Yeah, but like people like us will fucking go there for the ghosties. You don't have to hide it. We're not babies.
Yeah. But they don't deny the spiritual activity, thankfully. Like, some places you go, they're like, no, like, we're definitely not haunted at all. No, they're proud of it. Up next is a fucking mirror.
A haunted mirror?
A haunted mirror. That's my next line. Right?
Ooh.
I
love a haunted mirror.
A 200-year-old haunted mirror. This mirror is in the front hall of the house, and people report to see a woman and two children in the mirror who appear to be crying. When they turn around to see the woman and the children behind them, no one's there. And thank God this is in a public setting, because you convince yourself that there was just other guests behind you.
Yeah.
And they walked away, and it's, you know. just a really cool magic mirror on the wall. Who's the fairest of them all?
Mirrors are scary, though. I always get scared by what I might see in a mirror.
Yeah. Like if you're like standing in the bathroom after a shower and you go to dry the mirror and when you wipe it, someone's standing behind you.
Yes, exactly like that.
So now to the gentleman's parlor.
Do we get a gentlewoman's parlor also?
Yes.
Just has like a sewing machine in it.
Steam mop. So there's a permanent blood stain in the wood floor, said to be from one of the Union soldiers who was killed there when the house was being raided. To this day, staff scrub the spot clean only for it to reappear on the floor as it dries.
Why don't they like bleach it?
Why don't they get some luminol in there?
Yeah. Have they tested it? Is it blood?
I don't know. Don't ruin the legend.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
I'll stop poking holes.
Guests and staff also report hearing distant screams that are never able to be located, and this happens so much that they are barely concerned, especially when it's followed by children's laughter.
Oh, that's so scary.
Yeah.
What if you get murdered by your child?
And they're just laughing.
They're just like, it's just the ghost.
One time, I was sleeping over at my friend's house, and like in our neighborhood, we lived on like an acre of land, and like there was always like woods on each side of your house, like in between the other house. And we were playing manhunt or something outside in the middle of the night, and
Oh, that's scary.
we heard, and it wasn't in the middle of the night, it was probably like 10 o'clock. But we
Still
heard
dark.
this giggling coming from the woods, and it just got louder and louder and louder and louder.
Tamara, this is the scariest part of this whole episode.
And then
Ew, I
we
have goosebumps.
ran inside our house and watched Miss Congeniality.
Wow.
It was
Well, you need a light
disgusting.
sweater. That's awful.
People also report unsupervised children to Airbnb staff.
Fuck all these
Airbnb.
damn kids.
No, to B&B
B&B.
staff. Airbnb.
Get rid of the air.
But wouldn't you guess when they go to find the said kids with the staff, there are no kids there.
Shocker.
They're like, why do I see these kids running around by
They're
this
knocking
pool?
my door. It's very annoying.
Yeah.
I'm trying to get laid over here.
That's more like these kids over there playing with a hooping stick and playing with their marbles over in the courtyard. Go get them.
That's a tripping hazard.
The bed and breakfast decided to play fuck around and find out. And they made one of the rooms doll themed.
Ew.
Guests will leave. It's funny to me. They'll leave the room freaking out in the morning because they wake up to all the dolls tossed around the room. I don't like it.
Do you think somebody comes in the room when they sleep and just move the dolls around so that they like freak the fuck out?
I feel like that's too much of a risk.
Yeah, I guess that's true.
They should have taken advice from Dwight Schrute. America, irrigation, and nighttime.
Always go irrigation.
Yeah. Others have reported when they stay in the room, they wake up and a doll is laying next to them. I couldn't even finish that sentence. That's disgusting.
I don't like it. That's awful.
Yeah. So other shit. There's a piano that plays itself randomly.
I mean, that might be nice.
Children peeking into windows on the second floor, floating in midair, peeking into windows. A man heard screaming, "No, stop!"
Chloe, no!
Moving furniture. Apparitions walking through walls to scare new hires.
That's rude.
The feeling...
They're just trying to... They're getting paid to take care of this plantation.
The feeling of someone crawling into bed with you at night. I hate that.
It's the doll.
So this place is still a bed and breakfast, and they do tours. Ghost tours. And it's pretty affordable.
I was gonna say, do they have like a bundle? You can stay the night and get a ghost tour for like a decent price. Did you actually look into it?
It was affordable. I just looked into room prices.
Nice.
So when do you want to go? Because the William Winters room is the one where the bed shakes.
Do you want that room?
No, just kidding.
Is it like a sexual thing for you?
It's like when you're soaking and the people
Ew. Ew. I don't like that word.
So glad you got that reference.
Yes, I did.
Anyway, that's my story about the Myrtles Plantation.
I want to go.
Me too.
I didn't know about it when we went to Louisiana.
Yeah, it's it's on all those ghost travel shows.
Damn.
Yeah.
I thought it would be in like South Carolina for some reason, but that tracks Louisiana.
Mm-hmm.
I want to go. We definitely want to go back to Louisiana. You should convince your husband, and then we can take like a couples trip.
Drug my husband? That's an odd thing for you to say. Why would you say that?
It might be the only way to get him out of the fucking house. But we're driving. It's not a bad drive. But no kids allowed. What?
I'll meet you at the airport. You can pick me up.
Don't fly.
Why?
Because driving's so fun. Have you driven in Matt's car? Ugh. It's like it fucking floats on clouds. The seats are so comfy and they have perfect lumbar support.
Oh.
It's nice. It's real nice.
I don't go past a 3-hour road trip. Can't do it.
It's only like 14 hours. It's fine.
Only a little bit past 3 hours.
It's great. If you leave early in the morning, you can get there and you can still enjoy half the day.
Not with a bad back.
I made the drive in a bad back.
And I bet you complained the whole time.
Actually,
to
no,
your poor
it was
husband.
very pleasant. It's nice driving a Tesla because we have to stop every like couple of hours to charge, and it gives you just enough time. Go get a drink, go pee, go stretch your legs, and then you're back in the car. You're ready to go. And those seats go back so fucking far, I could sleep in there for so long.
Not if I'm in the car with you.
It's gonna be great. It's gonna be so good.
Anyway, we have to go make s'mores now.
Yeah!
We've been talking about s'mores for 2 weeks to
You
the
have?
listeners. To the listeners. They're like,
We have.
let them have s'mores.
Oh. Wow. That's so true. Yeah. It is the same day that it was 2 weeks ago.
Yeah. Figure that out.
Right on, math. All right. Follow us on TikTok and Instagram.
Yep, at Fearful Friends Podcast. And
Hard.
then send your crazy stories to
fearfulfriendspodcast@gmail.com.
Bye, friends.
Bye.